In this lesson, I'm going to implement add to cart functionality in the e-commerce website. Let us start by creating a utility function named round2 to convert the number to 2 decimal points. Go to libs folder and create utils.ts here. Inside this file, define round2 function. It accepts num of type number and use math.round to convert the number to 2 decimal points. We use it to round prices in the shopping cart. Step 2 is creating order item types. Go to libs, models, right-click, new file, order model.ts. In this file, create a type named order item and define following properties: name of product, slug, quantity in the cart, image of product, price, color and size. We use color and size for next lesson. So far, name, slug, quantity, image, and price is enough in this lesson. Save it and go for the next step. In this step, we are going to install Zustand. Zustand is a state manager based on hooks. It doesn't need any boilerplate and it's easy to use. Simply open a new terminal, npm install Zustand, then go for the next step and create use cart store hook. In the live folder, create a new folder for hooks. Because Zustand is hook based, I'm going to create a new hook and create a new file, set file name to use cartstore.ts. Let us start by importing create from Zustand, round2 from utils, and order item from order model. Next step is defining cart type. It has items of type order items array and prices for items, tax, shipping, and total. After creating cart type, it's time to create a new instance of this type. It is initial state of type cart, and here set the default values for items. It's an empty array. Items price, tax price, shipping price, and total price, they are 0. Then export const cart store and set it to the return value of create function from Zustand. And as parameter to create function, pass an arrow function that accept nothing and return initial state. The last step here is defining use cart service hook and export default this function. Inside that, extract items and prices from cart store as we defined above here. Save it. At the end, we need to return items, items price, tax price, shipping, and total price. Also, return a function named increase. We use this function to add or increase an item in the cart. It accepts items of type order item, and inside this, we are going to update the items in the cart and prices. To do that, first of all, search for items in the function parameter inside the items array based on the slug and put it inside exist variable. Then, based on the exist value, calculate updated cart items. If the item that we are going to add to the cart already exists in the items array, use map function on the item to find that item in the array and update or increase the quantity of that product in the cart. Otherwise, keep it as it is. If the exist is null, it means that it's a new item and we need to add it to the cart. Use array concatenation syntax to add the new item, deconstruct or destructure the properties of item and set QTY quantity of this item in the cart to 1 because it's the first time we are adding this product to the shopping cart. Next step is calculating price based on the updated cart item. Let's define this function outside of useCartServiceHook. Here is the calculate price function. It accepts items as array of items, order item. Then it uses round2 to convert number to 2 decimal point. Inside that, we use reduce function on the items array and sum up items price times items quantity. In the next line, we calculate shipping price based on items price. If it's greater than $100, free shipping, otherwise the shipping price is 100. You can add your logic here too. You can change this logic based on your preference. To calculate the tax price, I'm using 15% tax price. You can make it dynamic too. And for total price, just sum up all three prices we calculated above. And for total price, just sum up items price, shipping price, and tax price. At the end, return them as an object. We extract the result of calc price here. So at this point, we have the updated items price and other prices. Let's go for next step in increase function of useCartServiceHook. The last step is calling setState on the cart store and update items and prices based on the updated values. Save the code, and here is the useCartServiceHook. Let's go for next step. It's creating a new component inside components/products. Go to components, go to products, right click, new file, add to cart.tsx. It's a client-based component. We need to define useClient at the very first line of this component. Then import useCartService, order items, useRouter, useEffect, and useState like this. Then export add to cart function. It's a React component that accepts items as prop. So define the type of props here. And inside this function, we are going to render a button for add to cart. First of all, get router from useRouter because we want to redirect user after adding item to the cart to cart page. Get items and increase function from useCartServiceHook and define exist item as state. It's either order item or undefined. By default, it is undefined. Then define useEffect like this. Inside that, set exist item based on the items array. If we have this product in the cart, set that item to exist item. The last function in this component is add to cart handler. Let's put a space between them. The add to cart handler just call increase function from useCartServiceHook and pass the item from add to cart component props. Let's go for render part of this component using return and check the exist item. If exist item exists, we need to show minus, plus, and quantity. But if we don't have this item in the shopping cart, we need to show add to cart button. For the first condition, I'm going to render a div. And for the else condition, I'm going to render a button. For the button, set class name to btn primary, and set the width to full. Set the type to button, and for onClick, call add to cart handler. The caption is add to cart. Let's go for exists item case. Here, I'm going to render a button. It's minus button. I'm not going to implement on-click functionality for it. We will implement it for the next lesson. Then define an span to show the quantity of current item in the cart, and render plus button to increase number of this item in the cart by calling increase function and passing exist item as parameter to this function. Great, let's use add to cart. Go to page.tsx, find add to cart button and get rid of the container div. Replace it with this JSX expression. If content stock does not equal to 0, it means that we have this product in the inventory. So render this expression, create a div. Inside that, use add to cart component, import it from products folder, and pass the item like this. Destructure the product, and set quantity to 0, color and size to empty string. We will fix this in next lessons. Save the code, and there we are. We have add to cart button, but this time if I click on it, it shows 1 and minus and plus next to the number of item in the cart. I can increase it like this, so I have 6 of this product in the cart. If I click on minus, it doesn't work. We implement it in the next lesson. So far what we did is to implement add to cart functionality. Let's show this value here in the cart as a badge. Go back to the lesson and define menu component like this inside header. Go to component, header, right click, new file, menu.tsx. It's a client-based component, use client, import use cart service, link, and use state and use effect from React. Define menu as an arrow function and export it. Inside that, get items from use cart service. We're gonna show number of items in the cart, and use state and effect hook like this. Define mounted state, and in the use effect, set the value of mounted to true. We use this trick to get rid of error in server and client side rendering issues. At the end, return a div. Inside this div, render UL and set the class name to flex items stretch. The first li is gonna be a link, and the href of this link is cart page. We implement this page later. The caption of this link is cart, and here I have a check. If mounted, it means that if I am in the client side and number of item in the cart is greater than 0, it means that at least I have 1 item in the cart, then render a div, set class name to badge secondary to make it like a red color, and use reduce function on the items to calculate sum of quantities in the shopping cart. Save it, and then render the second list item like this. It's just a sign-in button. To use menu component, go to the header component, get rid of UL here, and replace it with menu component. Import it like this. Save the code, and there we are. I have 7 items in the cart, and if I increase it, it shows number of items in the cart in the badge. Let's go to homepage, select another product, add item in the cart, and as you see, it shows the sum of quantities of all order items in the cart. Great. That's it about this lesson. We successfully implemented add to cart functionality, and in the next lesson, we improve this feature.